Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ollie and welcome to another episode of Amber Talk. The game's just finished. Salford 1, Newport County 1. And even though it's a draw, it's a result I'm fairly happy with. A very solid Salford side tipped for the playoffs. Can be very volatile at home is a good way to describe them. So going into this game, I think everyone thought it was going to be a bit of a challenge. A bit of heat coming into this game, especially after what Richie Welling said after the FA Cup game a few weeks ago, saying that Newport aren't at the level to go for promotion. I think today's going to prove otherwise, but no. So a very feisty game, a game where we came in with something to prove. You know, we're not just going in for points, we're going in to kind of defend ourselves and defend our reputation, and we certainly did that. Quite a lot of talking points, a lot of negatives, lots of positives, lots of things to look at. I think the overriding issue following on from Saturday's game at Leighton Orient was the lack of quality finishing. We're getting lots of shots. We're getting shots on target. We can't put them away. Tristan Abrahams is a shell of the player he was at the start of the season. Whether he needs some time off, whether he needs to drop back a bit, just, take his head out of the matchday squad and let him get back to himself. Lots of people forget he is quite a young player. So to be playing 28 or 30 games in a row can be quite a very daunting task. So, maybe he does just need some time away from the squad to kind of regroup and recalibrate himself. And hopefully in January, early February, we see him back on that shooting form. Finishing, not great. Some shaky play, maybe tweaking the formation is needed. Playing this 5-3-2 usually is the safe go-to option. Looked a bit shaky tonight, but maybe that's just the thick and fast fixture list taking its toll on us. But definitely a few tweaks here and there that Michael Flynn could be made, can make. And, we've got not easy matches, but a few lesser profile matches where maybe we can play 20-25 minutes of a 4-3-3 or something a bit more uncounty in the best way to describe it. But shaky game, we've come out with a point. It's a decent point. The goals, Salford's goal, cross in from Ashley Hunter, I want to say, I can't remember. Ball crossed in, headed in by the Salford player. Into the top right corner. Not much anyone could have done about it. Obviously, a few defensive issues here and there, but it's not a goal that will bring a lot of concern to us. It's a box standard goal. County again leaving it till late. I think we had a penalty in the 93rd minute. Kevin Harrison brought down in the box. Looking like he's a bit of a good sign then, chipping in with goals here and penalties here. So he's brought down in the box. Josh Sheehan steps up and just slots it away, buries it to give us a point. Few positives to look at, few negatives. Kind of a quintessential county match is what I'm going to call it. It's got all the staples of a county match: going behind in the first half, a bit of shaky play, and then a late minute winner. A player we definitely need to talk about is Nick Townsend. The amount of saves this man has made tonight, the amount of times he's kept us into this game. A different keeper and we could have lost this 4-5-0. He's been on top form, not just tonight, but every game he's played in. Really looks like a deserving number one keeper. Always been here, always been a great servant to the club. Played a lot of second fiddle first with Joe Day and then last season with Tom King. And every opportunity we've given him, he's grasped it with both hands and he's full force gone for it. And he is a quality keeper. Amazing player. could be my player of the season. There's a few in that mix, but no, I can't stress enough how vital he was for tonight's performance. So, stellar performance by him. A shaky performance by the team, but overall, 1 point closer to the promotion. And yeah, I will pass it over to all the county fans, see what they have to say about tonight's draw. I'll rejoin you at the end.
Well, it finishes Salford City 1, Newport County 1. My God, thanks to a 94th minute penalty by Josh Sheehan. The amount of penalties we've had and late goals we've scored this season is unreal. It must be a record or something for a team to score so many late goals, because we score so many. I believe that's our 7th penalty now this season, and it's one of our later ones again. Also, Salford also had a penalty early in the game, but it got saved by Nick Townsend. I think he's a big part of why we got something out of this game tonight, because if it weren't for him, they could have been 2 or 3-0 up. I think they deserved to take the lead when they did. They had a few chances before that. Also, they had the penalty which he saved, and he made 2 good saves after that as well. So he was on his job today. Probably he was one of our best players out there. It weren't the greatest of performances, you've got to admit, but Salford are they're a good team, and away from home, they're unbeaten at home this season, so it was always going to be tricky, even for a team like us who's had a really good season so far and are top of the league. It's always going to be tough, and I said before the game started that I would take a point. A draw would be a good result. I would see it as a point gained. And especially when you look at how the game panned out and the performance wasn't great, it's a good point. It really is. They'll feel hard done by that. They couldn't finish us off, because really, truth be told, they should have been about 3-0 up before we even got the penalty. So we were lucky tonight, but we did have a couple of chances which I feel we should have done better with. Like, we had 16 shots ourselves, and only 5 of them were on target. So we only created a couple, whereas most of their chances were on target. So that is a bit of a worry. That is the only worry for me, is that we have to rely on the late goal again to get us out of jail. You have to be honest. It was a get out of jail card tonight, because it wasn't a good performance. And like I said, like they could have been a couple of goals ahead, and they should have. So, but what I will say though is the team spirit right now is remarkable. It's unreal. It's the best I've ever seen it, because we keep going all the time, and we end up scoring the stoppage time equaliser. I was going to say winner, because it feels like a win because of how the game panned out, and we still managed to get a point from it. And away from home, it's a decent point. Like I said before the game, I would have took it, and I'm happy with the point, because also Cheltenham lost at home to Bolton 1-0, which was also a stoppage time winner. So yeah, it slows them down a bit, which is a good thing. But Carlisle are now 2 points behind us, because they beat Mansfield 1-0. So we've got to watch our backs. I don't expect nothing but a win against Oldham. And also the good thing is, our next 5 games, I believe 4 of them are at home. So I don't want to say maximum points, but I want at least 3 wins. I want at least 10 points from the next 5 games, and then that's when you can really say, like, teams that really go for the title, this is like good games now to actually try and make a good push. When like 5 home games, you have to go 4 home games, should I say, out of our next 5. We need to go for it, and I think we will beat Oldham. I'm confident about that. They're not doing the best, but we can't play how we did tonight. We need to up our game, and we need to play how we did a few weeks ago. Well, should I say about 2 weeks ago, like how we were up until Grimsby. If we do that, I'm confident we'll get a win, comfortable. So, yeah, as a whole, I'm quite happy because we didn't play the best, but we grinded out the results. And teams like good teams and teams that push for promotion and push for titles, they get that bit of luck, and that's what teams do. If they go, teams who don't play well, they get results even if they don't play to their best, and which we did tonight. So, and against a decent Salford team, like I said, they're a decent team. They're pushing for the playoffs themselves. I'm not writing them off this season, not yet anyway, because still a lot of games to come, and they're doing well. And like tonight proved it. They took the team who was top of the league right until stoppage time, and they got to feel hard done by. But Josh Sheehan getting his first, I believe it's his first goal of the season, albeit a penalty, but I think it's his first goal anyway. I'm not quite sure, but he was also another penalty taker on the pitch today. It's good that we have so many penalty takers because Matty Dolan went off. I didn't see what he went off for. I'm assuming it must be an injury or something like that because it was early. So hopefully he's not. Hopefully if it is, hopefully it's nothing bad, and hopefully he'll be back in time for Oldham on Saturday. So yeah, as a whole, you can't be too disappointed because it's a decent point away from home, and we're still top of the league because Cheltenham didn't win. We're still 4 points ahead of them. So I'm looking forward to Oldham on Saturday. Hope you Newport County fans out there all stay safe and enjoy your evening up the county.
Again, second time of doing this. Obviously in a much better mood, but still feel like we can get 3 points out of this now. Obviously, away point any time of the season is amazing, unless you need 3 points to go up or stay up. But as top of the league, and for a long time now, we need to be getting more 3 points away. Obviously losing our last 2. Anyway, talk about the game. Discipline is still there. They had 25 fouls on us. 25 they committed. We committed 10, but we've kept that discipline, I thought. Some people might have written the game off when the 3 substitutes were unusual substitutes. Padre Gamon, Tristan Abrahams and Scott Twine being brought off for Kevin Ellison, Collins and Proctor. I think it was Proctor. I see why people might be like, whoa, what's going on here? But at the end of the day, especially with Kevin Ellison, that's a disciplined player. That's exactly what we need in this squad at the moment, to keep the boys focused and to give us more chance of grabbing a point out of the game. Nick Townsend, it should never have been a penalty. It might be a biased opinion as a Newport fan, but never a penalty in my opinion. Good save. Proud of the boys today. Hopefully we can get all 3 against Oldham. Try and boost this points so we're a few points clear and can relax over the Christmas break. Hope everyone's safe. Discipline's still there. It's a good point. We'll go again next week. Take care, everyone up the county.
Evening, guys. Hope you're all well. Short one from me tonight because I know I do waffle when it comes to these videos. Bit disappointing for us to only take the 1 point from Salford, but realistically, I think we need to look at Salford as a team. Although I'm sure you'll agree with me, everybody hates Salford. They are a good team. They're a dangerous team. Obviously, they got lots of money and all that sort of stuff, and they've probably got players who, 1 or 2 players that could potentially be playing at higher levels. So realistically, a hard-earned point on the road after a week of 3 away days. I think Mickey worked out it was about 1,100 miles the team travelled that week just for games. So although we should have buried a couple of chances in the first half to to secure it early on, we didn't. I just want to shout out to Nick Townsend. I'm sure most people will talk about him tonight. He absolutely dominated the whole game, man of the match, easily. One sec. Obviously, some of the saves he made were absolutely fantastic, and obviously saving that penalty as well, absolutely kept us in it. And then Mr. Wales himself, Sheehan, slots home a 93rd minute winner, equaliser, whatever it was, for, like I said, a really hard-earned point on the road. Anyway, look forward to the next match. See you later, guys.
So guys, that is it for tonight's episode of Amber Talk. A massive thank you to everyone who has sent in videos. If you would like to be featured in the next Amber Talk, don't forget to go over to the Amber Army Facebook page, leave the little post-match video, and we will include yours in the video. Really helps out for everyone who sends in a video, no matter how long or short it is. Honestly, a massive thank you. Really helps the channel going, really helps this series going, and it's really nice just to hear everyone's opinions, especially with the current pandemic situation. So yeah, keep on sending them in, and we'll keep on running with these episodes. In terms of the table now, we are 2 points clear of Carlisle in second, and I believe we are 3 or 4 points clear of Forest Green in fourth. Our next game now is on Saturday. Finally, we've got a home tie after 3 away fixtures. Oldham at Rodney Parade. Their form's been a bit rocky. It's a win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. They have just lost tonight against Walsall, so they're more than likely going to beat us at home now. But it should be a good game. Hopefully, as I mentioned in my post-match thought, we can tweak the formation or maybe tweak the lineup a bit and see how that goes. As always, if you have enjoyed tonight's video, go down, drop a like on the video, leave a little comment. What did you think of today's performance? Subscribe to the channel, helps us out, helps the club out, and I hope you get lots of very good free content. But as always, my name's been Ollie at the county.
Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.